Okay, today we're going to be talking about inverse functions. So there's three main things we're going to cover here. We're going to cover how to find the inverse of a function. We're going to cover what this does to domain and range, and we're going to cover how this looks graphically. Okay, because all of these are going to be very important. First off, let's look at how to find an inverse. So let's start with a function. Y equals, let's say, x plus 4. It's going to be a straight line on our little graph here, okay? Y equals x plus 4, a little bit above the origin. So what exactly is an inverse? An inverse is basically saying f of y equals x. It's basically I'm setting y as my input and I'm trying to get x as an output. Okay, it's basically asking me what y value do I need to put in to get a certain x value. So the inverse of a function is found like this. Okay, if let's say I want to find the inverse of y equals x plus 4, what I need to do is I need to take y and x and I need to flip-flop them. So this becomes x equals y plus 4. And now that I've switcherooed them, my job is to get y by itself again. So I get y by itself by subtracting 4 from both sides, and I get y equals x minus 4. This is the inverse of the green function, and the green function is the inverse of the blue function. Okay? That you can flip-flop them like that. So let's continue with another example here. Let's say I give you y equals x to the third times 3 plus 2. Okay? First thing I do, I want to find the inverse. I switcheroo x and y. Now I get x equals 3y to the third plus 2. And now I need to get y by itself. Subtract 2 from both sides. X minus 2 equals 3y to the third. X minus 2 over 3 equals y to the third. And then I'm going to take the cube root of both sides. So x minus 2 over 3, and that's the cube root, equals y. So this, my friends, is the inverse. Nice and easy. Okay? The bottom function is the inverse of the top function. The top function is the inverse of the bottom function. Let's look at another example here. This one's going to be a good bit harder. F of x equals rad x plus 2 minus 5. Okay? So we're going to get y and x, and we're going to switcheroo them. X equals rad y plus 2 minus 5. X plus 5 equals rad y plus 2. We're going to square both sides. X plus 5 squared equals y plus 2. So usually what you'd just be able to do is you'd be able to finish this by saying x plus 5 squared minus 2 equals y. But there are some times where you're actually going to need to FOIL this out, okay? And let's do that example just for practice sake. X plus 5 squared, if we FOIL it out, it's going to be x plus 5 times x plus 5. And we're going to do x times x, then x times 5. Then we're going to do 5 times x, then 5 times 5. So that's going to give us x squared first time, then plus 5x. Then 5 times x is going to be plus another 5x. Then 5 times 5 is going to give us 25, equals y plus 2. So that's going to simplify to x squared plus 10x plus 25 equals y plus 2. And finally, you're going to get x squared plus 10x plus 23 equals y, subtracting 2 from both sides, and that's going to be our final inverse. Now that we've done some examples, let's look at the domain and range and the graphical representation together. Okay, let me draw my coordinate plane yet again. And what's important to note here is that whenever I take an inverse, I'm going to take my function and I'm going to reflect it over the line y equals x. This in white is the line y equals x, okay? So for example, let's proceed with the original equation we started with. Y equals x plus 4. Y equals x plus 4 looks a little something like this. Okay, and it extends to infinity with our arrows. Now if I were to reflect it over this line, that would be my inverse. And my inverse, as I found it here, is y equals x minus 4, which looks like this. And you can see that what I did mathematically to find the inverse function exactly matches the graphical definition of reflecting over the line y equals x. This is exactly reflected over. So now let's consider another example. Let's consider the example of a parabola. For simplicity's sake, let's look at y equals x squared. Now let me also draw the line y equals x for reference. And in order to find the inverse of this function, we would need to reflect it over the line y equals x. So that would result in our graph looking like this, and this being our parabola. However, this blue curve fails the vertical line test, meaning it's not a function. Okay? So when we actually do find this inverse, let's do that right now. X equals y squared, y equals rad x. We only end up getting the top half. That's y equals rad x. So if we want both halves, we are going to need to set this equal to y equals plus or minus rad x, because this top function right here is y equals positive rad x, while the bottom function is y equals negative rad x. So that's a little thing to keep in mind when we're taking our inverses. Finally, we're going to consider what happens to domain and range. So let's continue with this example of y equals x squared. What's the domain of y equals x squared? Well, the domain is negative infinity, positive infinity, because it is a polynomial expression, and the domain for a polynomial expression is always going to be negative infinity, positive infinity. The range, however, we can see the y values never go below 0, but they do include 0. So our range is going to be inclusive of 0 all the way up until infinity, exclusive. So now let's look at our inverse. Let's look at the domain and range of our inverse. The domain of our inverse says we can never go to the left. We can never put in something less than 0, but we can include 0. So the domain of our inverse is 0 up until positive infinity. And look at the range of our inverse. The range of our inverse, when we include both sections, is going to be negative infinity to positive infinity. So the important takeaway here is that when we take an inverse, the domain of the original becomes the range of the inverse, and the range of the original becomes the domain of the inverse. Okay? They flip-flop. So that's an important thing to realize when we take domains. And again, guys, if you ever need extra help, come join my server. Discord server's linked down below, and enjoy your life.